WhiskyJason, Whiskey Live Dublin 2024, together with?
Paul Caris.
Together with?
Marc Bonnefin.
All right, so what's your role in the company?
I am the CEO of the company.
He's the god. He's
I'm
the
not-
boss, the big
I'm the boss, yes.
Yeah. And what's your role in the company?
Sales director.
Sales director for all of Europe or for the international world?
International world.
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
All right, very, very good. So what are we talking about? We're not talking about whiskey here as such. We're talking about the casks that make the whiskey. So tell us a story, please.
Yes, just a little bit of story and a little bit of context.
Yeah.
Barrel is so important
Yeah.
in the whiskey industry. Without barrels, there is no whiskey.
No.
It remains poteen, as we call it in Ireland,
In America, we would have said white dog,
or
or
moonshine,
moonshine, or new make.
new make.
Yeah.
So to become whiskey,
Yeah.
it has to remain for 3 years in barrels.
Yes. In Europe.
In Europe, yes. In Scotland and in Ireland and the rest of Europe.
Yes.
But the Scottish that made this trend.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Oh, we don't like to mention the Scottish did anything. We always think they stole from Ireland, don't we?
They
Yeah.
did.
But you're not Irish, you're not Scottish, you're from?
I'm from France.
Yes, exactly.
I'm from France because we have a great 2,000 years experience in the cooperage industry.
Some of the best coopers traditionally come from France, which many people don't think about, but you think about the best wines, what are they stored in? Of course, great European oak as well. So
Of
ta-da.
course, exactly. And guess what? It's the Gauls that invented the barrels.
Yeah.
And even the word barrels is coming from barrique,
Yeah, Marie?
which is the French word for barrels.
Yeah, exactly.
And the first witness or the first evidence of the barrel was found 3,000 years ago
Okay.
in Champagne region.
Oh, I did not know that either. I'm getting a history lesson. I like it. Very, very good. Now we're in Ireland. Ireland is experiencing a renaissance, a boom, and therefore we need casks. Are you the first independent cooperage of Ireland? Can I say that?
I think that we are the pioneer.
Yeah, the
in,
pioneer.
Yeah, in the Irish. We are reviving the Irish cooperage industry.
Yeah.
This is our mission
Right.
here, and we have a growing team of coopers. And now we have 3 apprentices and 2 coopers, qualified coopers.
All right, 2 qualified coopers,
Yes.
3 people in training, apprentices. That's
Yes.
great.
And more to come,
Yeah,
more to come. And the good thing and that we can see a real enthusiasm around the cooperage industry since we met last year.
Right. Yeah.
We've been broadcasted on TV, on local TV.
Not
That was
just on
great.
YouTube by WhiskyJason, but also on real TV.
On RTE, which is the national TV.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent.
So yes, we have people ringing us to know more about the cooperage.
Right.
We have to make selection because it's a very hard craft.
Yeah. Physical hard work. Yeah.
Oh yes, you have to be in good shape for being a cooper.
And your
That's
back
right.
has to still be in.
Oh yes, yes, and your forearm and
Yeah,
your
yeah,
arm,
yeah,
and you have to be
hammer.
you have to be like Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye. Very good. So what's your task now, salesman, international sales manager?
I'm dealing with master distiller,
Yeah.
master vendors who sell our barrels. So
Right.
obviously, we supply different type of services, coopering services to the distilleries, repair, fixing barrels. We do sell virginal barrels, obviously, different type of oak, different type of wood for the Irish market, and we do supply as well second-hand barrels, so coming from the wine industry or from different distilleries, cognac, bourbon, rum, and so on.
Very, 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 very good. You're also not from Ireland, I think. Where are you from?
From France as well.
Yeah. So France is taking over the Irish.
French connection.
French. Oh, I like that French connection. Not just a French connection, but also you're working internationally at the moment. And so you started a cooperage in Scotland, I've heard. How did that happen?
We started 1 year ago with the whole Caris idea to set up the cooperage there because we went with many different clients there asking for barrels, and it was obviously a good idea to start setting up a cooperage there in Glasgow at Red Glen.
Good. Is there a barrel shortage? I keep on hearing this. There's a barrel shortage. Is there really?
I think that there is a real barrel shortage.
Okay.
Yes, Because
never before in America we made so many barrels as last
I
year.
know, but you
We've
need-
never emptied so many barrels since 1964, and yet we have a shortage. Why? I don't understand it.
Because you don't disgorge enough barrels. That's our problem. Please, American drinker, drink more bourbon for us to save the Irish whiskey industry.
All right, very, very good. Yes, yes, yes. That's true.
Just before we go, we've made something, a great milestone, a great
Tell us.
achievement for me,
tell
and
us.
one of my dreams.
Yeah.
We made the first barrel in Ireland for the last 60 years.
Very, very
Since
good.
1964 in Guinness, they were the last maker of virgin oak barrels,
Right.
and we've revived this year in March 2024. Sorry.
Very, very good. Now, I read the press release. I loved it. You used oak, not from Ireland, but rather from?
From the Carpathian Mountains.
Absolutely okay, because Irish oak is so rare and exotic and difficult to get. When will we have the first Irish oak cask made by your company?
I can't tell. This is secret.
It's a top secret. All
It
right.
is in the pipeline.
I'm sure it is, because that's where I would have went. Yeah. So I loved what you did, but it was like I want a little bit more. I'm demanding. I'm sorry.
Yes, no, but you're right.
Yeah.
But we had to wait a little bit more because it takes time. First of all, it takes 200 years to grow a tree.
Yes.
Then
in Ireland, not in America.
In Ireland, yeah, not in America. It's
need
way
80.
faster. Yeah, you have great trees in America.
have a
They're
different
growing.
climate.
Yeah, in 80 years. They are muscle trees. But here it takes 200 years to grow a tree, and in reality, it takes also few years to air dry the wood.
Yes.
So
Are you only using air dried, or do you have some kiln dried wood as well?
no, we are using only air dried.
All right. Very
That's
good.
the best.
It is the best, but it's just like, I have a friend, Andre Haberrecht, he works for Signature Vintage. He was like, I can't believe it. Between the day that the tree is cut down, by the time the barrel reaches us, 50 days. He said, that's not possible. I said, yes, it is. It's called a kiln. He said, but it's not good wood. I said, well, that we can argue about that. Yeah.
Oh yes, we can argue about this.
So,
Yeah, for
6
long
months
hours.
outside, 1 summer in Kentucky is good. 2 summers is better. 3 summers is wow.
Heaven.
I mean, that's
It's perfection.
You washed everything out in the tannin. I just remember seeing a pile of tannins, the gump underneath the stalks of the wood. That was like, okay, I understand what's happening here.
Oh yes, exactly. You're removing the excess tannin in the wood, and that's what we need to get silky, creamy experience with the whiskey.
All right, very good. So you now have a cooperage in Ireland. You have a cooperage there in Scotland. Will there be more cooperages now in Ireland from your company, or will you just expand? I mean, you have 5 people at the moment. There'll probably be more. What's next?
What is next for our cooperage is to get more people, and because we have a pile of work to go through, and we need to be more reactive for our customer, and definitely we are going to make more virgin oak barrels in the future in Ireland. This is the project.
Very, very good. Now I remember I used to be able to buy a used barrel from the US between $50 and $80. Now I'm paying $220 plus.
Plus.
Okay, plus. So okay, $220 plus if I buy a whole container, and that's with friendship price. All right.
Yeah.
Wow, where's the price going to go?
I think that hopefully we are at a peak.
I hope so.
I think, I would bet for that we are at the maximum at the moment.
Okay.
So, and I think that it's gonna remain at a plateau for a while, because there is a good news is that whiskey is now produced all over the world.
Yeah.
In Asia, for instance, in China, in Japan, in Israel, Taiwan, in Brazil, in Uruguay,
Israel,
right.
All those different places. Now, you are a sales manager. I think that's going to be one of the easiest jobs in the world at the moment. It's your job is to say no more than it is to say yes, because there's such a high demand for sales. Have you realized this problem yet? How do you deal with this problem with too much demand? I hope.
you still got many competitors in this industry. So obviously that's not the easiest job in the world.
Okay.
If you had your hands at good prices for first field bourbon, yeah, you're the king. But you've got to manage with many competitors. So yeah, there are many good opportunities, but obviously you're not the only one.
Yeah. All right. What is your unique selling proposition? What is your USP? Why should we buy from you? If I'm a new Irish distiller here, why should I go for you and not for Kelvin, International Safe Company, whatever whiskey broker out there for casks?
Because first of all, we are not a whiskey broker, we're a cooperage.
Yep.
But we have such a large portfolio of product that we can be a one-stop shop for every distillery.
Oh, okay, tell us why. Tell us more about the one-stop shop.
Because Marc and I, we have a wine background, and we've been in this industry for Marc 15 or 20 years.
Yep.
Me 25 years already. Sorry for that. Yeah. And so we created very strong long-term relationship with wineries in Jerez, in Portugal, in Spain, in Italy, in France. So we are able to source a wide diversity of used barrel, but also we are specialized in niche oak. So there are some oak species that we're using that nobody can find.
All right, give me an example. I know Chinkapin.
Yeah, Chinkapin is one from the US, but we have also some wood. We are importing some wood from Armenia and Georgia, which is called Caris Marc Bonnefin.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yes, it is the oak that is growing at the highest points.
Oh, okay.
It's only growing on mountains, and it is very tight grain.
So Petrera would be the little sister to what you now have.
The Marc Bonnefin, and Marc Bonnefin is very tight grain, and it displays a very nice pastry vanilla flavor, low in tannins. So it's fabulous wood, fabulous. And we are promoting, we are advocating for other species of oak that are good for making barrels.
All right. For example, what at the moment is maybe a good barrel that people are very anxious to get or very, very eager to get?
Wow. It could be usually some second-hand barrels coming from the wine industry. It could be some rare port wine barrels such as Lagrima port barrels, which is something that is port wine but not really used in the industry at the moment. There are many different second-hand barrels that are interesting. Paul was talking about different types of oak. Marc is one of them. It's true that, for instance, in China they are making some Caris Marc Bonnefin oak. It is quite rare at the moment. It's quite similar with Mizunara, a lot of notes, a lot of leakage. It can be really hard to work with, but that's something that we are as well thinking of it in the near future. So yeah, many different things to develop.
How can I find you online?
dairnua.com.
Can I visit you? A normal person, not WhiskyJason.
You can visit us whenever you want.
Whenever I want.
You're our guest.
I know. You want to bring me over to France as well. I know.
To France, and you have to come to visit our operation in Mayo to see the real deal.
I know. Very good. A normal person, you're not a visiting cooperage, and you don't have a pyramid of casks outside the door yet.
Yes, we have a pyramid of casks. Yeah.
How many casks are waiting to be refurbished? What do you say?
I think that we have always on the ground between 1,000 to 2,000 casks, depending the moment of the year. So yes, we have some casks to repair still.
Amazing. I want to come. I'm going to come. I have to come.
Please come.
WhiskyJason, thank you very much. Together with
Marc
and
Paul.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.